On Ask a Married Man today, I wanted to ask you, hun, why is a woman's weight so important?
Hmm.
Uh, great question. Why is a woman's weight so important? It's probably multiple reasons. Let's start with the first one. Is simply attraction. A man's attraction, or most men are not attracted to women who are heavily overweight. A couple of pounds here or there. I think that is manageable. But when we're talking about 20 pounds, 30 pounds overweight, it's simply not attractive. If the fat, unless the fat kind of falls in the right places, the butt, the chest, that'll give you a little bit more leeway. But if the weight falls in your stomach or something like that, absolutely not. Another reason I would say weight is very, very important, and a lot of women may not know this, and that is recently saw a video and they call it fat potential. When I used to do this with my friends, we didn't have a name for it. But when we're dating, you absolutely try to determine whether or not what is the likelihood that this woman is going to get fat. Like I remember having conversations with like Mike and Robbie, my wife knows it, my friends about this when we were dating. It wasn't about you, but just necessarily saying, hey, this woman has this fat potential, that fat potential, and then that person is automatically removed from the possible wifey category, and we will never tell you. Like it's never going to be told to you that you're not in the wifey category because
Men don't want fat wives. Men don't want to be around women that don't take care of their weight. What is fat? Fat is what looks unhealthy. Fat is what looks unmanageable. A woman that is just overly big just because she doesn't want to work out. I'm not saying you have to be skinny, you have to be healthy, right? Men don't want a woman that's fat. It's an attraction thing. Just like women don't want a broke man, men don't want a woman that's fat. We are in a day now where now this is now acceptable now that men can be honest. Because before, if you say this is fat shaming. But if a woman is heavily overweight, and that means she doesn't care about her body, the biggest thing that we see from women is they'll be good condition, good body, then they get pregnant and they use the pregnancy after pregnancy weight as it won't come off, so they settle in that body. That is the biggest fear of men is when women get pregnant, the after pregnancy body. A lot of women use that into a advantage for them for their reason to stay fat or to be fat. But men don't want that. Men want women to take care of their bodies. They don't want a fat woman. That's just what it is. Just like these women don't want a man that's broke. So yes, men are about their looks. They want their wife to look a certain type of way. They want their wife to be sexy. They're not. I'm not saying that a woman has to be skinny because a man likes a woman in different type of stages, but not. There's not a lot of men actively looking for fat, unhealthy women. It's the truth. We are our attraction starts with our eyes. We do not care about your feelings. We do not care about how what's on the inside. The first thing we see is what's on the outside. So if you're overly big, we do not care about your personality. We do not care about what you like and what you think. You could be an awesome person, but you have to pass the vision test for men. Whereas women, that's different. Women, their test is the money test, right? So we can't get mad at men, or women can't get mad at men and say, "Oh, that's not nice. That's you're being, you're being, about our looks." Yes, men are about visual looks. You have to look attractive to a man. I hate to say it, a woman that is overly weight and she thinks that it's cool to be that heavy, men don't want that. This is why those women are single, and they know it. But we're getting in a stage now, we're getting an era now where men can be honest. Because we see women being honest about money, so men are being honest about looks. We want you to look good. We want you to look healthy. We want you to look good because now you're a representation of us. A man does not want to be walking around with a big old girl because you know why? She's a reflection of him. See, women don't understand that. When you become married, you are a reflection of your husband. See, a woman's not judged how her husband looks. A woman is judged on what she has. A man is judged not because a man is judged based off of how his woman looks. The woman's looks is very important, but women are trying to get away, or we're trying to get away with that, especially around that fat era where women were being celebrated for being a big back. You know, oh, I don't have to be, you know, fit. I'm a good person. No, you have to be fit. You have to look attractive. You have to look appeasing. You have to, I want to wake up and look at you and adore you because you're attractive to me. A man doesn't want to be laying next to a big bag. And women know that. Women hate that, but it's true.
I still enjoy your time, but I'm not going to risk you being, overweight, because men are thinking when she has 1 or 2 kids, 30 pounds is going to be added to her. So if you're already sort of overweight, let's say you're 180 pounds, and then a man is saying after 3 kids, that's going to put 30 pounds permanently on her body. That's 210. I'm not doing that. And a lot of women don't know men do this, but this is absolutely part of the equation when we're talking about selecting a wife. Is this new information to you, or have you heard this
So
before?
when you and I were dating and we got together, and you had told me about this, that you and your friends did this sort of
Okay.
thing. The I just remember you telling me that a woman's head size was was a determining factor.
That's generally true for anybody, and we saw this on Ready to Love. Remember the guy with the big head? Like, if you have a big head as a woman, that means she has to grow into that
Yeah,
head.
the head
She has to
size,
grow into that head, and that's all that means. There's a lot of factors that you can determine: calf size, ankle size. Like, there's a lot of bases. But what were you gonna say? Go ahead.
I did not know men did that prior to you and me dating. I didn't know men look for fat potential, or as they call it now, or if a woman has the potential to become heavy set later in her life based on features, either her head or calves. Or,
the more and more
whatever.
women find out about men and what we do, what do you guys, what do you girls think? The more and more.
But you have to understand that men are logical. Men look at everything like an equation. Women look at things with emotion. But men are looking at this woman and say, okay, she looks good now, but will she look good 10 years from now, 20 years from now? How will she look after kids? Because men still want to have an attractive woman. This is the reason why, I hate to say it, this is why when men leave their wives. Because the wife will get married and then she'll just become big. She'll have kids. She won't try to lose the weight. She'll settle into that big body, but the man still has an attraction. So if he sees you not caring about your body, what is he going to do? He's going to look somewhere else. It's logical. See, women want to, oh, he's supposed to love me in all my forms. Absolutely. But he met you and fell in love with you when you were at the weight that he saw you at. So he's always going to want you to get back to that. That's the pressure that women have to understand and deal with. And I know it may suck to you, but remember, he fell in love with you at that weight. So if you're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and you're not trying to lose that weight, and you're just sitting there, you used to dress up, now you wear sweats every day, and you just wear, flip flops. You're not even trying to look good or sexy for your husband. That's why men leave. Men are visual people. See, a woman won't leave a man that's heavy set because he has money, right? But a man will leave a woman because she gets fat. It's true. Women won't leave a fat man because he has money. He's taking care of her. He's giving her everything that she needs. Women never leave for looks. A man does. So if women know that, you have to understand the importance in keeping your body tight, looking good, and not falling into that comfortable, being too comfortable with your husband and not taking care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Look good for your husband, especially if you're a stay-at-home wife. Make sure you understand I'm a representation of my husband. And men are visual lookers. It's true. I know you guys don't like it, but I'm telling you guys the truth so you can keep your husband forever. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. That's always going to keep this thing right, keep it going. Make sure you tap into the No Filter Morning Show Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on YouTube Live. Appreciate you guys, and I'm out.